tools. Welcome to Probability of Demise.
To clarify, Rourke was not calling us
Demise.
tools.
No, I was calling the interface that we're using a tool because it is a great tool, except there are delays occasionally. Welcome, I am Rourke, your guide to the mystical realms of Probability of Demise. We are venturing further into battle with the great Tiamat. I would love to introduce to you the magnificent heroes who think that they're going to survive this hot mess. Please, Larissa, introduce your character and what she's thinking right now. The flea of dragons.
My name is Larissa. I play Trixie. She's a very angry monk who is currently wondering whether or not she's going to be able to run to the other side of Tiamat before getting squished.
Veritar, please, as our guest and humble sorcerer, I think?
Yes.
I totally forgot at this point. Thank you. What is going on, Andy, in terms of Veritar's headspace?
Why won't his mother give him any attention?
It's just like the rest of your life.
Almost pulled it, but then Jess, aka Tanzanite.
Oh no. Okay, there we go. I was frozen for a second. Well, I wasn't. Y'all are, but I knew it was a me issue. Anyways, that's hot. Tanzanite's honestly thinking how she hopes no one dies because that's going to lead to really awkward conversations when she doesn't bring them back. So she's on like healing lookout.
Nice. And Jason, what's up with our poet?
Asher is hoping that Tiamat does not turn and disintegrate him with some kind of breath weapon after he just smashed her eggs and caused her to be very angry.
I mean, technically, you didn't kill the last of her eggs, so.
True. She kind of, yeah. Jill might
Were
be in trouble.
all of the eggs that we had on the roof, or did we just take some of the eggs? We brought all of the eggs.
Yep.
Great. Okay.
Every single one.
Every single one is cracked and crushed. There's only one egg in the world left remaining, and it's in somebody's dad's closet.
Oh, yeah. The one that I kept being like, we are nice. You will love us.
That's going to be a benevolent dragon in campaign 2 in the future.
The dragon of... Well, we'll talk about that later. We love supporting independent creators. We know that this is coming out way, way too late for you to be doing your last minute holiday shopping, which is why you should go to your local game stores and buy a bunch of games for all your friends and family.
Hey, if you Christmas shop like I Christmas shop, there's still time.
Oh, and I'm totally going to embrace this 100%. I already know which things I want to get. I want to get a Pirates Ahoy for one set of family, and probably can't talk about that game on the air because it's a little bit more adult.
Also,
there's another one.
Go
that
buy
I'd like
one
to
of these
get.
T-shirts for your grandma. She won't know what the hell it is, but why not?
Oh, you give your older family members a probability of demise logo right up there. Anything, and I want pictures. That will tickle me pink.
Buy our merch and tag us, and we will feature you on the podcast.
You might be invited to play because I'll just be like, "Oh, you got some danger zone you're willing to live in."
That's how Andy got here. He just kept watching, so we just brought him in.
That's it. All you have to do.
All you have to do is be a dedicated fan. So thank you very much. Any other announcements that we have?
Nope.
I'm happy to move along. We are hitting the magic today. I did skip in our last episode, and you will have to blame me for this mercilessly. Our word of the day. Tanzanite / Jess, really it's just Jess's issue.
Does that mean we get 2 words of the day?
So I feel like Jess has to give us either 2 words or a hyphenated word.
Okay. Wow, I
Dunning-Kruger.
I had a word up ready to go for last week, or last 2 weeks.
Here's some music to help you remember.
Let's see. Okay. Wow. This is the word we're going with because I said third word I find is gonna be it. Okay. The word of the day is double parked. It is illegal. What exactly is the true definition?
Can I
Everyone knows
just
what it is.
throw
but-
in a little bit here of if you're able to pull off a legitimate, not just some ridiculousness, a legitimate way in the midst of a battle with Tiamat to really, truly say, like in a DM approved method, double parked during this episode, from that moment till the end of the battle, double damage. Whatever you do will be double damage. Because legitimately saying double parked in a world without vehicles so far. Well, flying airships, so I mean, maybe there's a chance. But
So you're saying there's a chance?
Wait, you have to get the official definition. The
Okay.
official definition is park, parentheses, a vehicle alongside one that is already parked at the side of the road. Which
two
we all
vehicles
knew,
required. 2 vehicles required. Pull this off. I dare
Does Tiamat count as a vehicle?
you. Heck no.
but currently,
I would say
Right now she sure as shit
Fleas
does.
and relationships to their hosts
I have
are just
proficiency in
parasites.
flying vehicles.
Not passengers. Parasites, not passengers. There's a protest going on amongst Tiamat's minions. Parasites are not passengers. Parasites are not passengers. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that is probably my favorite thing of happiness for right now. But quick recap. In our last session, we began the battle with Tiamat, and it started off with just Trixie, Veritar, Tanzanite, and Asher.
started off with the kiss.
Well, as every
How
good
did it
story
end up
does.
like this?
Exactly. I was waiting for someone to finish
Oh my
it.
gosh, the rhymes. It's all gone downhill.
Oh no!
Only a
Eggs
kiss.
splattered. Tiamat totally unhappy with the state of the world. Jill and a partner doing their best, and then an explosion in Tiamat's claw as a barbed, pointed,
Bomb.
that's a bomb went off in her claw, throwing things off, which happened to be not really Tiamat's turn. It happened to be the moment at which I had rolled for Nee, Deneth, the proprietress, and basically everybody else to start showing up. Because somehow or other, I rolled 60 20s and they all rolled the same number. And I would like to just share with you for your certain demise, y'all. They all rolled 13.
Nice.
I don't know what
Better
that
than
number
I
means
did.
to you. I kind of like that number. It's my favorite number. But I know that it has a lot of mythology behind it. So good luck.
So we have to launch this episode on Friday the 13th.
Be so
I don't know
cool
when that
if I
is.
did
Oh, there
that.
isn't one this month. Sad.
Yeah, that's too much work. We don't got that. At any rate, we will after our messages be right back. Tiamat lies out on the ground, temporarily incapacitated. Asher, Tanzanite. Between the two of you emerges a small figure, Nee. Nee's knees tremble in this moment. Asher, do you have any inspiring words? Because you did say you would either use these on Nee or Trixie's father to prevent them from fleeing.
I'm going to
Nee
say,
is definitely experiencing the fear.
hey, old man, you're not going to let me show you up already, are you?
Roll an intimidation check as a counter to Nee's
It's a
fear.
natural 20.
You all hear somehow through the magic of those little telepathy bugs in your ears. Fuck you, kid. As Nee steps forward and lets loose a lightning chain down the breadth of the cleared pathway to the currently prone Tiamat.
As a quick question, sorry.
Yes.
How is Tiamat placed? And I'm assuming, depending on how fast she
You
fell, did I
hit
have time
the
to react?
crotch of the necks. So
Okay.
you're in a protected position right now, but lightning is coming.
Okay.
The lightning arcs between Nee and the gigantic beast that is Tiamat. I am going to roll the save for her, but it's going to be a little bit problematic because Nee has also picked up some tricks from their apprentice slash protege slash now
Penelope?
Excelsior person, because Asher had discovered a few cool things in transmutation that Nee applied to their own magics.
Look what I can do.
And the lightning
Oh,
in
me.
form upon hitting Tiamat transforms into a necrotic miasma. Tiamat's flesh boils for a moment before settling back down. But the trajectory of that necrotic miasma is still traversing. Trixie, upon the crux between the green head and the black head, ew, that sounded like pimples.
I'm just glad you used crux instead of crotch. Thank you.
You can see the approaching necrosis and realize that it does not necessarily stop at just the body of Tiamat. It is still following the trajectory of electricity. Could you please make a dexterity saving throw?
I have advantage.
As Trixie makes her dexterity saving throw, Tanzanite, very few individuals stand over you. But you know of one. So you up for any experiments later? As you hear, are you up for any experiments later? You watch the parting of the world in front of you as a shield forms. Translucent, but also giving a glimpse of a different world. A veil has been opened, and things from the outside will go into this other world. But from your side, things are just enhanced as they pass through it, as Deneth creates a one-way mirror, as one must, of arcane energies.
Unfortunately, the other side is an orphanage. Just keep that in mind.
Taking
not
out
really.
the people in that other world.
Sorry, I don't understand the concept of this.
Yeah, can you explain just a bit more?
Like he's-
I understand
I
the
won't say more
imagery.
than this until you roll your arcana checks.
Okay.
I guess in terms of like visually, it's
It looks to you, because you're on the other side, Trixie, it looks like a mirror.
okay, and then on their side, it looks like what?
It looks like a different world.
Okay.
They can still see the shadowy figure of Tiamat, but they seem to be looking into a different world.
Okay.
So, like, if Tiamat like spit at it with a breath weapon, the breath weapon would go into the other world. That's the or like an arrow or
Roll an Arcana
anything.
check, and I might tell you.
All right.
18.
I know Arcana with my natural one. I don't know anything.
Yeah,
Remember I said crit fail dice? Last 2 rolls. Nat 20, nat 1.
nice. Tanzanite, you recognize a little bit of the components of this, similar to how you might transition into your shadowy realm. Deneth has opened another realm to the dangers of Tiamat in order to create a level of protection for you and those behind this shield. You can pass through it, and it literally, you just pass through it from your side. Your spells will pass through it as well. Things aimed towards this shield will be absorbed and potentially destroy a whole different reality.
Well, would I have the understanding or knowledge of if I walk through it
You are aware that you can walk through it safely.
and I can come back if I wanted to?
You don't know that.
That I don't know. Okay. Okay. Amazing.
'Kay.
I'm gonna look up at him and I'm gonna go, keep this up and I'll test everything.
Cool. Trixie,
Mm-hmm.
you smell oatmeal cookies. Oh, dearie. Why are we here? Well, I guess I'm here to help you as well. Do you want to be here? The proprietress is hovering right next to you.
You mean, do I want to physically be right here in this moment or somewhere else?
Oh, yes. Where would you rather be?
I don't know. Can you move me to be next to Veritar?
Space collapses. Veritar, right next to you appear two individuals. Trixie, whom you know, and a floating, motherly-looking cronish woman who looks at you and goes, "Have I offered you a cookie already?"
Oh, yes.
Ah, you're one of mine. And both of you have a +2 to your next save rolls.
Woo!
Sorry, my D4 did not roll super high. 1 + 1 = 2, sadly.
Since I'm in mid-air.
I'm slow falling.
She's a
okay.
monk. She can slow fall all the way down to the...
Yeah.
Okay,
It's kind of looking like. Huh? I would just reach
Sorry.
a hand out in case she wants to hold on.
Just to grab a claw.
Finally. Veritar, Dragonborn, Squirrel, holding on. The flea moniker is really catching on for your peoples right now.
Oh.
Dragon flea, holding on to all these dragons. And finally, I would like everybody to roll a d20. Whoever rolls highest has to deal with this crap.
Okay.
For those of you just joining us, we are in battle. We are currently at
16.
almost Tiamat's turn, but in our last session, this was the moment where everything was coming down.
14.
Larissa's still
13,
higher. I
14.
got 15.
15.
Excuse me.
I heard 13, 14, 15.
Oh, Larissa, you didn't get
Jason's muted.
16?
I got 16.
Sorry, I got a 9.
Okay, Larissa got a 9.
I got
Or Larissa got the highest. Oh, wow, English. As that's all being said, you get... No, it's weird as all get out. But you get to recognize one of the gods that Tanzanite has been making a deal with. So you're like clinging onto this claw for a moment, and 3 streaks of light come into formation, and you see the Keeper, who you may or may not know well at all, but you do know that they are associated with Tanzanite, and 2 other beings of a similar sort sort of take form, not fully, and they look at you, Trixie, and they say, should we be here or below? And as their gaze looks below, you see that the armies of the Delve and the armies that have come through the portals that are upon Tiamat's orders are engaged in a clash in the space below you all, or about to be engaged. They haven't quite reached that battle point.
Where do you want to be?
Right here. 'Cause I'm assuming I don't see these people, and I'm like,
I mean, fair. 100% fair.
I don't know how to explain it, but I'm not talking to you right now, so I'll let you know when I'm talking back to you. It's not.
Oh.
No offense. It's something freaky's going on, but just know that it's not. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back after these messages. I'll be right back.
Where does it make sense for you to be?
I was told you were in charge of these things. You and
I
your companions.
Yeah, I am, but I just where does your heart tell you want to be?
Wherever you tell us to be.
I'm having coming to America. Whatever you like.
I mean, it's kind of the vibe you're getting of like these folks. They spotted you first of the people that they recognized, and they went to you for direction, and they need direction.
Okay. If you want to go to Jill and provide backup should Tiamat attempt to come after the ballistas and the catapults, maybe you can either distract her or replace that should those get damaged. Does that make sense?
3 streaks of light. Almost seems like they bowed to you, Trixie, but to others, Tanzanite, Asher, Veritar, you see a rainbow of light forming from somewhere near Trixie, but zipping towards Jill. You have no idea what these lights are, but suddenly around Jill there appears 3 more beings.
Okay, I'm back.
okay.
Tiamat is upset.
So I'm gonna wave at the Keeper because we're friends.
Oh, yeah. Tiamat, you do see the Keeper wave back to you, a little mystified about what this contraption is in front of them. Tiamat's heads rear back up. That moment of incapacity was just a short moment, but you can see that she has gaping wounds upon her draconid hide. She is looking rough. There has been a lot of damage done in a very short period of time. And she lets loose the blast of her most ferocious attack that you have seen so far, the chromatic flames. And this time, rather than being at point blank range, they are exhaled in a column that extends 30 feet from her head. Her
Which
heads.
head? Okay,
All of
thank
them.
you.
That's
Thank
the
you.
whole coolness of it. It's all 5 of them are like firing off at the same time. Each creature in the area, which is all of you plus your recent allies, except the celestial being that's on the opposite side, must make a dexterity saving throw.
Well,
And coverage doesn't matter right now, right? With this thing?
I need you to make the dexterity saving throw. Those of you who are behind the shield, no, it doesn't matter. It can't.
what about those of us that are 80 feet away up in the air?
You're not 300 feet away.
Oh, 300 feet, I thought.
Oh, you said 30 feet before.
You said
Oh, I did?
30.
I meant
Yeah.
to say 300.
Okay.
Okay,
300
that makes a big
cone
difference. That's
of
why I was
big,
like,
big bad.
What's
Sorry,
280 feet between friends? It's fun.
Yeah, it's just
Or 270 feet. I do math.
we get a +2.
23.
Oh, and yes, we get a plus
Ooh.
2 to this save.
25.
yeah. Those of you who need it will get a +2 if you wanted to use it. I think who was that? That was Trixie and Veritor, right?
Me.
Sorry, yeah.
Did you add your +2 to that?
I did, because I got a nat 20, baby.
You got a nat 20, and your total is still just 25.
Because my dex is 3, and then is +3, and then the +2, so 25.
Sorry.
Hang on.
Yeah, my dex is not the greatest.
Yeah, you're pretty solid on a lot of things. So I'm not gonna feel.
I'm
too
not.
bad
Oh
for
yeah.
you.
Oh yeah. Just saying.
Just
30?
30's
You get
fine.
your-
30
yeah.
saves. Asher, what'd you get?
23.
That does not save.
Shite.
Tanzanite, what'd you get?
I'm hoping that because I'm behind that wall inside, but it's 13.
That does not save. Okay, all of you who did not save, you're taking 71 points of damage. Veritar, you're taking lightning damage.
Oof. Okay.
Tanzanite and Asher, if you're in that space, you're taking fire damage, and so is Nee.
Seriously?
Trixie, you would also be taking lightning damage, and you are only taking half of that because you got a successful save, and you have that weird dexterity thing, so you have to take half of that, right?
Not even that. If I save, I take no damage.
Oh, well, lightning cackles around you like a big joke.
Hang on. Let me just double check. So I'm not, but I'm 90% sure that's what it is. When you subject to an effect that allows
Trixie
you to
is
make
now
a
Captain
dex
America
saving
picking up
throw
Mjolnir.
to take only half damage. You instead take no damage if you succeed on the saving throw and only half damage if you fail.
Dang. Nice. You are damage free. Nee is on fire. Deneth is patting out Nee. And very upset because his spell was supposed to be awesome and this one thing could sneak through it. You can see that the keeper and their cohort are standing in front of Jill and their associate, and all three of them are melting. All three of the gods that have come to join you all are melting under the onslaught of an acidic blast.
Oh boy.
A pool of acid is forming beneath them. And
Puny gods.
the proprietress who brought you over there, Trixie, is smelling a little sizzly. She took half damage. I hope you've had the opportunities to update your stuff, and when it is your turn, definitely feel free to describe yourselves to each other. But that was Tiamat's thing, and let's see if she recovers her legendaries. Yes, she did. It's a tasty day. Cool. Tanzanite, it is your turn.
I'm going to at the 7th level cast a mass cure wounds. But I'm also gonna get whatever I want to use, whatever movement I need to get as much of my friends in a 30-foot radius of myself.
That makes sense.
And then I can choose up to 6 creatures in there.
So who are you choosing to heal? and then we'll just figure out the like who would you prioritize?
So, definitely the four of us. Nee. How does Jill look?
Jill is safe behind the keeper and her cohort.
Okay, great. What about
The keeper and her cohort
Dennis.
are melting, but Dennis
Oh, right. So
took
then the
half
keeper.
damage.
So then the keeper.
Okay, so what I'll say is this: you could probably either choose to get keeper or choose to get Trixie and Veritar.
How do those two look? How are y'all looking?
Go ahead and
I yell
since
out.
it's her turn, you can describe how you look visually.
I've been better. That
Okay.
really hurt.
I'm gonna say a couple more hits of that and we're goners, but if I can
Okay, so
if I can keep dodging, then I say focus on everyone else besides me. Hopefully I can at least keep
so then not the
fucking
keeper.
even.
I'm gonna hope that the keeper, since they're a god, will be able to use their godliness to heal themselves.
Okay, so you're going for knee.
The four of us, Nee,
Dennis.
Deneth is
And-
close to you. The proprietress is within the realm of getting Trixie and Veritar, so you could choose either Deneth
I guess
or the
Dennis.
proprietress. Deneth. Okay.
Because the proprietress was just smelling sizzly, so I think she's okay. I think.
All right. Roll those
okay.
hit point dice for everybody. Find out
Roll
what they
that
get from you.
beautiful bean footage.
It's not gonna be much, but it'll be something at least. So 5d8.
Not much. 5d8. Not much. I really think we need to talk about what much is.
So, is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, but I'm also rolling terribly, so that's the issue. Okay. Ooh, those 3 are good. Okay. So where's my calculator? 6 plus a whole 2. 29 points to everyone.
Does that include your spell modifier? You had that as well, I think.
No, that does not include that. Plus
4. Your spell modifier.
4. So 28 to everyone.
Hey.
Something.
Health points.
Mejor
Tanza, this
nada.
does mean that you've moved outside of the shelter of the entranceway, past that shield.
Oh, I love that shield. Great. Okay.
What you see behind you is a mirror. A shiny reflective surface that behind which you know is Asher and Deneth and whoever else may be coming up the stairs at any moment. You have 15 feet of movement left, plus your bonus action, plus commanding your aspect, your celestial friend to do whatever they want to do.
So I want to can I just move like 15 feet along the mirror? So I'm another 15 feet away from I don't want to go through the mirror.
You want to stay on this side of it, okay?
I do.
Okay,
'Cause I'm
so go
hoping
ahead. You
that's
move further away
the-
from Tiamat is what you're trying to
that's
do?
all. Because I don't want them to know that you can go through it if you can.
Okay.
And I can't. That's all I got for bonus actions. So then I'm gonna tell my friend to avenge and attack.
Avenge. Roll those attacks for those
And
avenges.
if he needs to get to a certain spot to be in range to use his movement to do so. All right, so here we go. So plus 10. Yeah. Ooh, okay. 27. I did this last time. 27 and 29.
Yep, those both hit. Roll the damages.
And then 2d6. Where'd they go? 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage. Awesome. Tiamat is not appreciative of this treatment. She definitely is filing a complaint with HR. And as you see, everybody else is kind of getting this uplifting moment of health and regeneration and feeling wounds that have just recently opened from the onslaught of magical energies just coming back together, almost like, yeah, nothing can stop us. We're indomitable. Tiamat flinches from the heavy barrage of arcane magical arrows that are flying from the celestial being of shadow that Tanzanite has summoned to the opposite side. Veritar, what do you do?
All right. If I use my 30 feet of movement speed, is that going to get me within 60 feet of Tiamat?
Yeah, you're still within 60 feet of her. You haven't.
Oh, okay.
gotten
Then
really
I'm going
that-
to just.
Tiamat's a big girl.
Then
It
I'm going to
takes a
stay where
lot
I'm
of-
at. If I'm within 60 feet, I'm going to cast Disintegrate at the 6th level. That is a dex save of 19.
Well, let's see if she makes it first. And then let's just use her legendary resistances, because that's not going to happen. She chooses to succeed. And you rip away another legendary resistance, exposing her to vulnerabilities once again, layer by flippin' layer by flippin' layer. What else you got there, Sorcerer Supreme? Hope you didn't twin spell that or anything like that, actually. No, don't give you ideas. Bad idea.
No,
Shush.
not on that one. Not on that one. And then I forget how many slots I need to use to make to be able to do the magic missile off the robe of stars to make that a bonus action. I think it's 2.
Yeah, I think you have to use 2. Yeah. So
Okay,
you're,
then I will spend 2 sorcerer points to cast one of my charges of magic missile at the green head. So
roll
that
the
should
damage. We know those hit because they're magic missiles. They're just evil. They're out to get us.
that is 9.
9 points of damage?
9 points of damage because it's 3. It breaks into 3, and it's 1d4 per, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Well, I only did 1 charge. I just did 1.
Yeah. Those hit, and like as the flinching from one direction hits and the other flinching hits to the other direction, you get this Doppler effect kind of experience of the roar for those of you who are at the doorway to the rest of the fortress, because her heads are moving one direction then the other direction between these 2 different sets of hits. Her flesh that can be seen beneath the scales has paled significantly. She does not look happy. Trixie, be aware that you're up on deck. However, you hear your father in the distance shout, "Fire in the hole!" And you all feel a rumble as the fortress shakes. Tiamat, through these gyrations and collapses, has fallen into line with one of the other apertures. And a giant rolling ball of something is slamming through the air, sparkling as it goes, and it hits Tiamat. She takes some damage that I'm not talking to y'all about, but she looks fairly unenthusiastic about her current treatment.
Fairly unenthusiastic. Nice.
In the distance,
Gotcha.
you see a unicorn out on the fields below the fortress, charging forward, a familiar figure on its back. Logos flashing in the early morning light. Grand's brand is always branded at all times.
Oh my god.
And behind him,
I can't.
a cavalcade of automatons quickly transformed to moving cavalry, ridden by members of the Delve, and behind them, a slew of the Fallen, members of the Delve from days past, whose descendants have signed their rights over to a Leash Lord to protect the Delve. This charging army led by a very sparkly individual upon a unicorn is quite a sight to see down below. And they clash with the varied kobold, draconic, and other creatures that have come from the portals. You are engaged in a battle. They are engaged in a war. That takes us to Trixie. Asher, you're on deck.
Okay. So now, like, what? I'm gonna. She's still essentially prone, right?
Essentially, yeah. She's on the ground. She's definitely rising, but she did not take advantage of her movement to get out of position.
Okay.
She is upset, angry, bleeding, looking rough.
Okay. I am going to. Is she within 65 feet of me?
You're dangling from the claw of Veritor, who was within 60 feet. So yes, she's within 60 feet of you.
Can I let? But she's under or at an angle?
Angularly. Because Veritor was off from that.
Okay. We were still in turn, right?
We're still in combat.
Technically.
Yeah, this is your turn.
So, just as a question, the whole getting transported thing, that was someone else's turn, right?
That was somebody else's turn.
Okay.
Much like Dimension Door and being dragged along with it.
Okay. I would like to let go.
Okay. For like half a second before your monkishness takes over and you just slowly floating a little bit down.
And as soon as I get within what I'm assuming is a range that I would understand, or like would inherently know, I am going to blink
Okay.
to Tiamat so that I make up the angle distance.
Beautiful.
And
Let's
then
have
I'm
you
going to
roll an
attack.
intelligence check just to see how great you are at this. You'd have to not want it to have a bad day.
You had to say it, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Because I like that storytelling.
An intelligence. Just a
She's
check,
not
right?
stressed, so she actually did well.
An intelligence check, right? Not a save?
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, you judge the angle. A little off, a little tripping happens as you're a monk. You don't tumble. You land fairly well. Anybody else might have had a bit of a stumble, maybe a moment of precarious. Oh, I'm gonna fall back off the top of the tower. Not you at all.
She
And-
tumbles like an acrobat, not like a clumsy person.
Yeah, it's like it's a forward roll with a plie and a arms up gymnastics moment. And then you're within 5-10 feet of Tiamat. Plenty of movement upon you to do whatever you wish.
So I'm going to start swinging with my
Shovel of Doom.
Yes, with my shovel of doom. Shovel of doom.
Shovel! I will dig you into your own grave. Fatal Fury has been exposed. What will happen next?
And I'm gonna make this. Nope, I'm not. Wait. Okay. Ooh, that is a 39.
That hits.
So that is. That was cocked. Okay. 3 plus. That's 25 plus. How many charges am I down to? 8. Plus the 2 from my melee, so 27, and the D, and a whole 1 extra point, 28 points. And then my second one, 26 still hits, right? Or right now? Okay. So that is.
What is the damage? Do you hurt my baby?
It's 20 is 24 plus 4 is 28 plus. That's 34 points of damage.
28 and 34.
Mm-hmm.
62.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But that's all I got because I bonus action blinked. So
Nice. Good. I might be sweating a little bit over here. I don't know if you can tell. But I kind of have this big bad that I want to actually do some damage before it's too late.
Because you
Asher,
haven't already.
That's not like
Yeah.
you just obliterated half of our health in one move last
Yeah,
time.
no.
All right.
hashtag
I'm gonna do similar to what Tanzanite did, and like position myself in such a way that I can reach the 4 of us. And I will also do knee, and also the proprietress because she didn't get one before. And I
okay.
will do mass cure wounds. God. Looking burning high level spells, but I guess this is what they're for, huh? 7th level. Weird. Sorry, I'm trying to. It's not showing me the level. Oh, it'd be 5. Okay. All right, so 7th level, 5d8. Wish me luck.
You don't need it. You got this.
8, 9, 10, 11,
But you have it in
Anti-guidance.
case you do.
17,
At least
he?
one more.
One more.
18, 19, 21, 22, 24,
Well, wouldn't be useful for this.
36. I heal for 36.
You got 36 more hit points. Ugh, nothing. All right.
And then Boomer the Gun will come flying past me in my healiness and will shoot at Tiamat in the stupid green head.
That is officially a sound. Roll the attack. And is there any specific flavor to this?
Still
shot?
got Radiant installed.
Okay, cool.
Installed.
29 hits.
29 hits.
So that would be 15 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Beautiful.
I'm done.
Roll that beautiful bean.
Tiamat
Every
looks wretched.
Good, she deserves it.
Her 5 heads each leak various fluids. She turns and she looks at all of you. I will not go down. And as she says that, Nee shoots off some magic missiles. Okay. She gets flinchy.
Flinchy.
Deneth does something to that shield that they've cast, and it fluctuates again. And he says to those who are nearest him, all right, her breath shouldn't get through it now. And the proprietress offers you a cookie, Veritar, since you're the one left there. You have a bonus to your next attack. Your next attack. Roll it. I'll have you do this. Roll a d6. Let's see what her cookie does for you.
All right. That is a 6.
Oh, well, in that case, you get an automatic twin spell.
Oh.
Whatever spell
right.
you cast next is double. Monkey's corn. Okay, so that takes us to.
I want to know the inspiration behind that phrase.
I don't know. It's just stupid Rurik phrases.
I know, but that's why I want to know the inspiration behind it, because I know it's a Rurik original, so I want to know where it came from.
Tiamat taking this damage and taking the hits from folks. The keeper and her crew blink out of existence for a moment and then appear with Jill and the other individual that was working with Jill at another ballista, their current one having melted away. They go about starting to prepare that one, and the
Loading.
Yep, and then Tiamat
Loading.
is super mad. She's gonna go after the one closest to her, because no, she's not. She's gonna use the chromatic flames again, because this is a little too close for comfort. So she, once again, all 5 heads blasting in multiple directions. Trixie, you are too close for her to hit. So you are shielded from the cone of multicolored flames.
Isn't that weird?
The rest of you all are not, except for those behind Deneth's shield. So Tanzanite, you will need to roll a dexterity saving throw. Veritar, you'll need to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Am I behind the shield because I was over there?
You are
healing you?
behind the shield.
Okay.
You moved,
I don't know.
but you didn't. You would have had to move
I moved
outside
to
of
be
the shield.
like close enough to Deneth to heal him, so I don't know if that puts me behind the shield or not.
Deneth was behind the shield, but you moved. You have to get closer to the proprietress who was near Veritar. You would have had to move outside the shield.
Okay.
So you would be outside the shield too. So yeah, everybody roll dexterity saving throws except for Trixie, the one person
5.
who probably would beat it anyways. 5, 12.
Yeah.
Yep.
Neither of you make it.
It's a 71 again.
71 points for Tanzanite. That is going to be fire damage. For Veritar, it's going to be poison damage. Asher,
22. 22.
you did not make it either, so you're going to have cold damage.
On fire that I'm freezing. God.
Oh.
Does Boomer take damage? I don't know if Boomer has health.
Boomer
That
does
was
not
the
have
weapon.
health. Boomer
Okay.
is a magic weapon. It takes more than the breath of a god to take out Boomer. The keeper and crew are. How do they have this bad of luck? They're taking acid damage again. Well, you see one of the color lights blink out
Whoa.
as one of the god aspirants is no longer in existence, having been blinked out under the onslaught of acid, but successfully having protected Jill and crew. But their weapon that they were working on is now obliterated because acid. And
Because acid.
Proprietress also takes the same damage as Veritar took. All very unhappy with life. Tanzanite, it is your turn.
I am going to. How far away am I from Tiamat?
You're within 45, 50, maybe 60 feet, depending on which part of her you're aiming at. I mean, like her tail is probably further away, but
Hey, Rick, what was the damage
Okay.
on that?
71 points of damage.
Okay, thank you.
I have how much movement?
I almost gave myself
30?
711 points of damage.
That would be terrifying.
I think I only have 30 feet of movement, so I'm gonna get as close to her as I can.
Mm-hmm.
To Tiamat. And I am going to once per rest. Oh no. Okay. I am gonna stand in front of Tiamat. And I am going to say, with like my shadows flickering, you have done so much harm and damage, and I will be the one to make you feel double. And I'm gonna try to use divine intervention.
Which is automatically successful at level 20. What are...
And I am chucking. No, I'm not. I am.
I am so intrigued by what that was going to be.
She was passing a tombstone, goddess of death? Sorry.
I wish I was closer. But if I go another round, I'm gonna die. I'm going to cast at the 9th level. Where did it just go? Blight.
So you're using your divine intervention to cast Blight?
No. I guess I'm not totally sure how divine intervention works. I know I have it.
Divine intervention, your deity intervenes for you.
Yeah.
And I get to choose the nature of the intervention. You are your own deity, so it's always very fun for this.
I was gonna say, how does that work?
It is, but you need to make a request of your deity's aid. So what are you requesting happen?
I'm requesting of myself that I make Tiamat feel 2 times worse than she has made every person she's killed feel.
Feel?
Like, you know how, like, they killed them. That, like, hurts. And I'm gonna double that onto her. I don't know how to word that.
So,
Like you wanna
emotional
inflict-
damage?
No, like
roll-
physical
No,
damage.
you want to inflict twice the physical pain on her as she's inflicted on the rest of the world, like
Yes.
all the other people. Okay.
Yes. Thank you, people who have writing skills.
Roll a d20 just so that I can decide how severe this is going to get.
Okay. Come
That's
on, dice. Okay. Do I add anything or anything?
Just roll that dice and then tell me what she got, and I will use that to figure out which part of this table to
16.
point at. 16.
So not bad, but not as good as it could be.
You cast this magic. And let us go down to... Tiamat is pulled into a tight ball of multicolored energy, each reflecting each head. She is experiencing all of her own lethality turned against her. And you watch as she dies time and time again.
Goddess of death, motherfucker.
Pulling up some notes. Tanzanite, as the one who both called upon the divine aid and the projector of the divine aid, you have a first-hand account of what happens.
Oh gosh, okay.
Avernus, the first layer of the 9 hells. A desolate wasteland ravaged by war and fire. The sky is perpetually choked with smoke and ash, and the ground is scorched and barren. Rivers of acid flow through the landscape, and the air is thick with the scent of sulfur. You watch as she is raked with all of these forces. She has to contend with the harsh terrain, the oppressive heat, and the ever-present threat of demons and devils. But Tiamat's been here before. She's been here for at least the last 10,000 years, if not longer. She rips through hordes of imps, Yugoloths, and lemurs, and she escapes the clutches of the powerful devils. You see things made of bone, made of flesh, made of the darkest pits. You, Tanzanite, witness the horrors of this place. As a goddess who shepherds death, perhaps it is important for you to witness these things in this moment. You see the torture of the damned and the endless battles. But you see Tiamat. She's familiar with this place. She's bridged the Stygian abyss. And you notice there's a portal here. A portal through which Tiamat hurls. You have a moment of empathy, unwanted empathy. But you understand that Tiamat has seen the worst the world has to offer, and she understands the depths of evil that can exist in the universe. And she's emerged from here before. And she is her own being, and she will conquer everything. You watch her spiral within herself as she passes through the portal. What you all see on the outside is Tiamat collapse, a last breath leave her body, her physical form deteriorating, acid pooling out of her head. Wisps of divine energy flow and move. There's a moment of cheer as her armies begin to flee. And then something starts to emerge from that divinity. It's one draconic head, multi-scaled and varied. Tanzanite, you watch from both sides as a new form of Tiamat comes through.
Jeez.
Wraith-like, but whole. And standing in front of you is a single-headed goddess of the hells, Tiamat transformed.
Son of a
Tanzanite, I think that was your action and some movement. Do you have a bonus action?
Nope. It was all my movement and my action, and there's nothing I can do bonus-wise, so I'm gonna stand there pissed off, ready
Okay,
to
don't
accept my fate, and then I have to actively tell the guy what to do, or the
Yes.
celestial. So then I will stand there staring this beast in the eyes, and without looking, tell it to avenge and attack. And it will. Wish you could see this. Because it's 2 1s.
Avenge, and it's like
I think that this makes a ton of sense. Because Tanzanite, you're the focus of her wrath, having turned her against herself and forced her back through a space that she has been trying to leave for 10,000 years. And your celestial companion is distracted because in that moment, in that space, and Tiamat's new body is more aligned, more, almost it feels more mortal to you all, less godly. Still a giant, huge, draconic creature, but there's just a little bit more mortality to it. But she stares at you, Tanzanite. And suddenly, at the end of your turn, using a legendary mythic action, thank you for mythic actions, you are hurled through Avernus yourself. What you just witnessed as a passenger at a distance, you are sent back through the first layer of the 9 hells. And I need you to roll a charisma saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Saving throw. Charisma. Oh, okay, charisma. We'll take that.
Forget that was one of our stats.
uh-oh.
11.
Okay. You take 44 points of psychic damage,
Great.
and you are banished to Avernus.
Woo!
You are no longer here.
No.
To all of you that are still there, Tanzanite is gone. That takes us to Veritar.
All right. I am going to. Oh man, yeah. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I had totally
Tanzanite, your
something
celestial
planned, and
will have
then
disappeared too, by the way, because you got banished to Avernus. Sorry.
Great.
Sorry, what was that, Veritar?
yeah, that totally changed everything I was gonna do. I am going to cast Wish,
Oh, here it comes.
and I am going to.
Don't waste it on me. Not that you would, but if you are, don't.
I am going to wish
Wade Clay.
that Tiamat's spirit be tied to mine, and then say through the link, kill me. So that we're entwined, we're one. If I die, she dies.
I'm going to have a charisma off with you. It's your strength, but Tiamat's no slouch. I'm going to roll for a straight up charisma check. You roll for a straight up charisma check.
Okay.
Whoever comes out on top, they succeed with their side of this, trying to figure out whether she shoves you away from that link through this wish spell, or you have successfully gained that hold that you're tied to her.
17 plus 5 is 23.
I have some bad news for you. 19 plus 8 is just a titch more.
I had very little chance of winning that.
You have,
You shot your shot.
you have, however, entwined yourself with her. The wish does take hold because it is a wish spell.
Oh yeah, now I'm just fighting for it, right?
Oh
It's
god, Andy's
just
switching sides.
not necessarily in the way you would hoped. Now, you don't get a chance to utter "kill me," but you are entwined with her soul. Veritar? I will say this for everybody's benefit, based on things we've run through and stuff like that before. He needs a remove curse.
If only we had someone that had that, but they're in hell right now.
Hell of a time. Veritar, that takes your turn away from you, unfortunately, beyond what you did, which is
Such is
also
the risk of
awesome.
the wish spell.
I mean,
It was worth a
it was
shot.
Pretty cool idea. And if she hadn't rolled a 19, I think you would have had her, because like 17 plus, what was it, 5?
5,
She has a
23.
plus 8. If she had rolled anything south of the 14, such as the roll of dice, we'll see what consequences may come. And I definitely have a plan for this, because I had a thought about what might happen if somebody decided to tie their fate to hers. Cool. So that takes us to the battle below, and those who are trying. Oh, their most recent tool was destroyed. You watch as the keeper and her companions stay, but Jill and the other fighter race to the mirrored wall and pass through it unharmed. Racing past you, Asher, and saying, "We've got other weapons. We're just going to go grab them. Don't let her die without us." And they run down.
Asher probably heard none of that. He's big mad right now.
Yeah.
His
Trixie's
boo just disappeared.
in place, and you hear Trixie, because you just recognize your dad's voice. "My daughter's in the way. No!" And you hear a thump as another hot magma-laced material fires out to do bludgeoning magical damage, glimmering in the light as it comes through. But Trixie, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw to see if you want to be in the way or not. Not that you want to be in the way, but are you in the way?
24.
Yes, you just barely dodge out of the way of this ball of glimmering metal that has been superheated and magically infused. Tiamat, however, doesn't, because Tiamat's got a big arse, and she's only got a +2 to her dex modifier. So she takes the hit, but her more lithe form seems to be able to handle it more, and it's clear that whatever experience she went through recovered her health. Anybody who happens to be looking down to the valley sees Grand battling it out with a variety of creatures. His recently acquired powers manifesting themselves probably in Grand's head. What launches from his hands are like gold coins as he warlocks his way through that battle, casting Eldritch Blasts. But to you, it's just strange energies that seem to pluck the pockets of those around him and increase his own net worth. While tucking in a little advertisement brochure into their pockets. But the battle continues down below. The unicorn is bloodied. Grand is having a time of it. And the Leech Lord's minions grow in number as they continue to fight through fallen Delvians, having many of them, but not all of them, signed over their bodies to continue the fight. That takes us back up to the top, which will be Trixie's turn. Your friend Tanzanite has disappeared after pulling some crazy stunt. Veritar seems to be trapped in some sort of thing in his own head.
Okay, so then now, how
There's
far
a
am
lot
I
going on.
away from the new form of?
She emerged right where she left, so you are just as close as before.
I'm confused. Is it a smaller or a same size version?
Same size, but just more
Okay.
streamlined and more.
Got it. And one
sim-
head.
Yeah, one head. One
Okay.
head, multiple
Okay.
colors of scale. No longer the black scales throughout her body, but actually this strange psychedelic rotation of
Okay.
colors across her body.
Okay. At which point I am going to, if it will take me, I am going to run up essentially. How far is it from the ground, essentially where I am, to either behind where her neck starts or behind her head completely? Like at
Behind her head
the
completely,
base of her skull.
probably 100 feet of climbing, running, going up and, traversing. To get to the base of her neck, more along the lines of 50, 60 feet.
Okay.
It's thick, though. This is much thicker, where before it was split up into 5 different heads and there were thinner
Yeah.
heads. Now this is one consolidated form.
I'm going to. Could either go really badly or really good, but we'll see. I'm going to use my regular movement. And I'm going to blink again. Which means I have to roll the table.
Yes. Table. It's been a while.
It has. Since the, I think since Canyonville. Oh, God.
It's been a long time.
Mm-hmm. Just a regular D10. All right. We'll go with that one. And I'm going to try to blink the rest of the way.
Okay.
Which will put me at 95, so essentially right there.
Awesome. Let's call essential exactly right there.
Yeah, it's a success. I rolled a 5. I couldn't remember for a second. I was like, wait, evens or successes or odds? And then it was odds. And I was like, oh, thank God.
No harm done. Happy blink. You're there.
Right. Okay. I mean, the second one wouldn't have, or like one on either one side of it is the one that you love, and the other one is would not have been bad. It just would have been different. Okay. So I blinked. So it's my bonus action, my movement, and I am gonna start fucking swinging.
Okay.
I'm gonna do first one reckless.
Okay.
So that's a 35. No. Yes, 35. New form. I need to know.
Oh, it's the same.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. I shouldn't have said that. Yes, you hit.
Okay. Just checking. Just checking.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
gonna
still
use a
23.
charge. So now I'm down to. Okay, so that is. Okay, so 20.
New form, same.
4 plus 4 is
AC.
28 plus 5 is 30. 28 plus 5 is 33 for the first one.
Monks. Okay.
Monks. That's went right up on the other die. And that's a natural 1.
Okay, so that misses. So let's first get the damage for the hit that was successful.
Yeah,
Did you
that
already-
was 30.
35.
30. It was 24 plus the 4 plus 5. 33.
Okay. And then the other one was a nat 1. So I think what happens is you dig in and you leverage that shovel and it kind of gets stuck for a moment and you go to make your second hit and the sucking sound as it leaves the flesh is just enough to throw off your balance in an unexpected way as you're
Ugh.
literally riding a dragon. Oh, new species of draconic flea. And you whip around and your shovel clangs as it hits blunt side on rather than pointy bit.
Do
Okay.
mounts count as vehicles? Because you just said riding.
No. It is not a mount. You're a parasite.
Okay.
Okay.
Just saying. Just saying. Just thought I'd point that out.
Veritar, really quickly, you feel a surge in your
Worth
body.
a shot.
As this surge comes through, you have a chance to do something about it. That part of you that is conscious, but you know that you're going to be sacrificing something of yourself to make this happen. I mean, you were willing to make the major sacrifice. Maybe you'll make this smaller sacrifice, although there's a creeping sense of acquisitiveness that's taking over your conscious slowly, bit by bit. But you have a moment to think, where should this be aimed? Which creature should you take out? And you have to make a decision between Asher, Trixie, Deneth, Nee, the Keeper, or the Proprietress. And it is up to you to make this decision in this moment, as long as you're willing to give up something. You're not sure what exactly you'll be giving up. But if you don't make the decision.
The Proprietress.
Grandma. You turn against Grandma. I need you to roll a charisma saving throw because first off, you just turned against Grandma.
Can he do that? Because he did eat the.
He ate cookies.
Well, that is a 14.
You did not save.
Had a feeling.
The bonus to this is, Veritar, you are no longer entwined with Tiamat. The downside is you're in Grandma's lair, in her special place.
Oh boy.
You are no longer under the control of Tiamat. You're your own person once again, but you do know you're in a place of punishment and you might need to figure out what to do about this. And you have a lot of capacities that could get you out of this situation, but just looking around, you're very aware that there are consequences for turning on the Proprietress, because you can see evidence of that. You can see creatures who used to be beings who have turned on the Proprietress. But she's distracted right now, and you know that. This would be a chance to get just a titch ahead of her and run, go back and face the consequences, or just wait here for fate.
Okay.
I'll let you make that decision as this tearing of attention splits Tiamat's focus, and she uses her mythic actions against the shield wall and Trixie at the same time, which does split her focus. She is going to use Chromatic Flare, which costs 3 actions, Mythic Ridiculousness. And I need Trixie, Asher, Asher. Who else is left here? Veritar's gone. Tanzanite's gone. Deneth will have to. Proprietress will have to. And the Keeper will have to. Okay, make a Dexterity saving throw.
Usually I'm very good at these, but I haven't been today. Let's see.
It hurts. It hurts a lot.
God damn it. I used my last lucky point. That was in that one.
Good use of it, though.
I'll use different dice. Come on, bouncy
Those
Dexy
have
dice.
gone against.
Fuck, I'm dead. 15.
Okay. You take 71 points. No. You take 39 points
Whoa.
of acid damage. There is a pool of acid beneath you. If you are not out of that by the end of your turn, you will take another 39 points of damage. Trixie, what'd you get? Dexterity saving throw.
Pew, 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 pew.
A 20!
Is that a
But
nat
she's
20?
shy about it.
Okay.
It felt bad to celebrate when Jason was so stressed.
No, it's
But
fine.
with
I
a
didn't die. I was about to die. The
With
71
a
would have killed me.
successful save, I don't remember all your things, so you'll have to tell me. You would take half as much damage of the 39 points, but you have other stuff, so you
Zero.
would take none, right?
If I succeed on a dex save, I take no damage.
Okay. There is a pool of freezing liquid beneath you. If you stay there at the end of your next turn, you will take damage from that. So you will have to move. Oddly, that means it's on her because this chromatic flare is weird. She just gets to choose people within a 60-foot radius of herself. So
How big?
it's just
big?
a weird pool. Maybe it's like in the
How
crotch
big?
of her neck crotch. I don't know.
Please stop saying crotch.
Crotch.
The pooling. It's a pool
okay.
that takes up 5 feet of space.
Okay,
So you just have to move
okay.
out of that space.
Got it.
It basically forces y'all to move.
Yes, that's fair.
It would be really awesome if you were in a place like Asher used to be, where he was protected. It would be really useful because he'd have to be forced to move around. But, such is life. You see Deneth dive deeper into the fortress tunnels, unable to stay where they were. You see the proprietress watch as lightning streaks down beneath her and begins to crawl back up to the sky as if it's going to come and strike back up at her. And the keeper and her partner are both, well, at least it's not acid this time, are both in clouds of poison. Okay. They are obscured by the clouds of poison. Asher, it is your turn.
My turn.
That was her
Sorry.
mythic action.
Okay, I thought Larissa was first.
She went.
Oh, okay. I thought we were still. Never mind.
No, she
Okay.
took a legendary action. She can take legendary actions, which in this case are now mythic, after the turn of any of you.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Mm.
I got you. Okay, I'm going to
She's got a lot of them now.
fall over dead. No, at the 7th level, I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds again.
Currently, you have available to you Trixie, yourself, Deneth, Nee, Proprietress, and the Keepers.
All right, I guess I will do me, Trixie, Nee, Deneth, Proprietress, and the Keeper. That's 6. So I can do 6. All right. Mm. 32. Heal for 32, Trixie. I'm still in rough shape. I'm not allowed to healing word on my bonus action because I just healed, right? That's not a thing. Okay.
That would require it to be.
So
a
I will move
cantrip
out of the
first.
acid.
Stepping clear of the pool of acid.
And then something bonus action-y. Do I have anything more useful than Boomer? I'm not sure.
Bardic Inspiration. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to attack, I guess. Boomer will attack
Okay.
the dragon thing. New Tiamat.
with the radiant thing.
Yes. 15. 28 hits. So that'd
28
be. I don't know if the DC is the same, I guess, but
Yep, it is.
okay.
Her AC has not changed. Oh, I didn't.
24.
change the music.
24 radiant damage.
24. You watch as that's a perfect number actually. You watch as that radiant magic hits. It's changed a bit this time. As the radiance hits, the whatever that the Tiamat has gone through starts to unravel her a little bit more, and it unravels her flesh a little more. Your radiant damage does twice the damage.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Nice.
Dang it! Tanzanite, get back here!
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Tiamat
Wait,
takes.
am I close enough to take cover somewhere? Because I'm
Sure,
still
you can
near
move
dead.
to get back within the cover of the doorway that you'd previously been in.
I guess I'll try to do that. I don't know if that'll help me, but
Yeah, you're now behind Deneth's shield,
okay.
so that's got to count for something, especially now that Deneth has changed it. Tiamat takes another legendary action at the end of your turn, and she is going to do. She's going to do what she used to do. She's going to nibble this flea because there's
Ow!
less problems here.
I'm on the back of her head. How?
And she's going to tail whip herself.
Okay.
So that is going to be a 23 to hit.
Nope.
She's pissed. She
Matrix.
misses with that. She flails out with one of her claws and clips the keeper. And then she reaches forward with her head, darting forward much like a snake does, 20 feet.
Whoa.
So whereas her tail and claws have a reach of 15 feet, her head has a further reach, and she grapples the keeper, holding the keeper within her mouth.
Jaws? Okay.
And you can sense that she's preparing to pass. She's going to do it because it's her turn next. Sweet. So she is, as her turn starts, Tanzanite, you're in the where you were, and it's horrifying. But you're only there for such a brief moment because you're whipped back into the world of Atland.
Whoa.
At the feet of Tiamat. Shaken, a little perturbed. And as you're whipped into that space, you watch the keeper within the mouth of Tiamat, and you can sense that she, in her next opportunity, will be hurled through the same place as you will, and she will not fare as well. A goddess of death, that's on the bailiwick. A goddess of the future, well, they never belong in a place like hell. And Tiamat's last act on her turn, but she can't do the Avernus trick until a legendary action is available to her. Oh, she does get some of those recovered, right? Yes, she does. Yay, love that. She is going to exhale her chromatic flame. So everybody that is here, which would be now Tanzanite, Asher, and Trixie's on their back, so Trixie's safe.
The shield
Please
doesn't
roll a dexterity
protect me?
saving throw.
Shield doesn't protect me. You said behind the shield again.
Asher moved behind the shield. You're safe. Deneth is safe. Knees safe. Keeper is in the mouth, so Keeper is getting it. Proprietress
Getting it direct.
is
Like,
taking it. So
Yikes.
yes. So that would just be Tanzanite in this case, I think.
I'm
Thank you,
down.
special.
12, 13, 14, 15.
15. So that would have been 71 points of damage. Yeah. You are out. And it is your turn, so roll a death saving throw.
All right. I pulled out the die. Where is
By the
it?
way, Need did try to do something, but it was protective. He kind of failed. He's got a crappy roll on that. The proprietress tried to release the keeper, failed. The keeper tried to escape, failed the strength check by a wide margin.
A heart is a save, right?
Yes.
Yes.
One
You made
save.
your first save. Cool. The next person up, sorry, I got very distracted. Baratar, you are in this Fey dungeon, for lack of a better word.
I'm gonna look around. Is there any doors, any way out of here?
Roll a perception check.
All right. Perception +3, 20. Unnatural 20.
Looking around, there's nothing that you can make out. There are some glyphs lying about, and each seem to frame a scene. One is a desert scene. One looks like Overton. One looks like one of the villages that you passed through that had been decimated by Tiamat in the past. The image here carved into the space looks fresher. And one of them looks a little bit like an underground cavern. Another looks like a frozen landscape. And there is one that is at the foot of some mountains, not too far off from a swampy area. Another is in a swamp. And there are a few other ones that are maybe not recognizable by you.
Okay. I will go up and touch the one that looked like it was the passage underground, hoping that leads me back to the depths.
Yeah, you touch this stone, and for a moment, you see a comfortable cottage surrounding you, and it feels like home, but a home that you have been barred from. You've been kicked out, and it hurts. So please take 16 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And then you appear deep within a mine shaft, a small entranceway, and you hear a hum of activity above, shaking the ground even down here as some epic battle wages far above you.
All right.
Any other actions, things you have you can do, or
Not at this point.
Start running.
That's it. Head for the battle.
all right. Awesome. Sorry. End of Veritar's turn. He's not really there, so I can't count it for Tiamat's legendary mythic actions. I don't feel like that's fair, but it would be super fun. Oh, I should have used it when Tanzanite went down. Dang it. Got to remember these things. Trixie, you hear your dad say, "She's clear." Like frustration in his voice. And you hear another thump, and a missile glides by right over Tiamat's shoulder, missing. The battle wages down below continuously. Things are looking not so great because as the armies had retreated for a moment, with the return of their leader being visible high atop the fortress, the enemies of the Delve have rebounded and turned back into the battle. So for a moment, the tide had looked like it had turned, and now it has turned back the other way. And that takes us back to the top of the order with Trixie.
So I am going to move up like over the skull, so that I am like right here, essentially. Like,
Okay.
even though I'm sure her eyes are like on the side, but like
Yeah.
in that like area, like at like
The bridge of the
going into the
nose.
snout. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
can see trapped within her teeth, just because of the big size of it, that there is the keeper trapped within her mouth, not yet having experienced the dangers that come with being in that mouth. Well, she's been blasted. She's
Yeah.
not feeling great.
Actually, I wonder if I. It's hard to.
Tell the story of what you think you want to do, and we'll see.
I mean, I guess I just don't. I don't know. I don't think it's something that I could, in theory, maneuver without putting myself at risk.
What's D&D without some risk? I'm egging you on. I'm not a good influence.
I know. D&D without, or D&D with a little risk is a dead Trixie, is what it is. So I am going to stick with what I was originally thinking, and I am going to take my my shovel, and I'm going to start going right between her eyes.
Go ahead and roll that beautiful shovel damage.
Oh no! Sorry, hang on, I dropped the dice. Okay, and this one's going to be reckless because it's the first attack. I rolled an 8 and a 9, so that's still a 31.
So you hit.
Yes. Okay. So that is. Wait, no, that's a D10. Where's my okay? So 24 plus 1 is 25 plus a charge is 27 points for the first one.
Okay.
And the second one. Oh, wait. I had 23. I rolled a 2.
Okay, that exactly hits.
Meets
it, beats it. So you got that one.
Oh, technically, I guess that's a 24. Never mind, it's 24.
Well,
Sorry,
then that definitely beats it.
Yeah.
Asher, you're on deck, by the way.
Okay. So then again, that is. I'm not going to do a charge this time, but it'll be 24 plus. That's. Oh, yeah, that's plus an 8. Nice. So, 32. And then a key point to do flurry of blows.
Okay.
As I shove my shovel down, like bracing myself. Yeah,
Wedge
I know.
it
Show
in
my
the
shovel.
hole that you've opened up, and
Maybe, yeah. I use it as like a, almost like a peon, kind of.
Piton?
You use like with rock. Yeah, that. I couldn't remember the word. And I just.
Piton. If you actually know how to pronounce that, good luck. But some of us just read it for all of our lives and never heard it.
Yes, and I've only ever seen it in video games, and it's never said. It's only ever.
Everybody's
on the
afraid
screen.
to say the word.
You have found okay. So my first one is going to probably not hit. That is an 18. So
miss. So yeah, you clang uselessly against the scales. A little bit of that feeling of stubbed elbow.
I was cocked, but it was a 15. That would have been good. Damn it. I think I just rolled the same thing. 19, so also misses.
Yes. Clang, clang. Sounds like you're banging a drum a little bit, but Tiamat looks like she's taking a beating again. Quickly, you've been stripping back those recovered hit points as she takes this down. And at the end of your turn, if that's the end,
yes,
she goes and uses the chromatic flare mythic action once again. she's including you in this, Trixie, because it is the chromatic flare. She can choose anybody within the 60-foot radius, which makes it much more fun. So I would like Trixie, Tanzanite, you're down, so you automatically fail this. Asher's behind this protection. Nobody else is there. Keeper is taking the... Keeper is down. And the proprietress is down. She's falling out of the air. So Trixie, you're the only dexterity save left. Asher is currently protected from this. And Tanzanite, you automatically take 1 failure.
So what? Wait, what
Wait,
is she
say
at?
that again?
She casts chromatic flare on you, which is an automatic failure on
So I
your
don't-
saves.
Got it.
Because you're unconscious, you don't get to be dexterous. Sadly.
Okay, so dex save on my part. 12 plus. Where is it? 23.
That does not save.
Okay.
But for you, that means you only take half, right?
1 second.
Because you're this monkey magical.
Just trying to remember what it's called before I.
It's the E
Hang on, it's
word.
under features and traits,
It's
not actions.
espionage, whatever.
No, where is it? Sorry, I'm just trying to remember which one it is. There's something that I have. Yeah, when you make a saving throw and you fail, you can spend a key point to re-roll and take the second. And wait, just to make sure, take the witch and take the second result. So it could be worse. I mean, I can either way, I can fail or not. So if I re-roll, do I get advantage again?
No, not on rerolls. That's just
Okay.
a reroll.
Nope, that was worse. So I still fail. But I still would
39
only
points
take
of
half.
damage.
Okay.
You would do the math. I
Wait,
don't
what?
do the
What
math.
kind of? Because it's chromatic, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be. You're gonna get cold damage.
Okay.
Fur. Icicles on the fur.
I feel like if you have fur, you should be resistant to cold. cold.
Would make sense. Asher, it is going to be your turn. What are you up to? As
Okay, I'm standing here, and then I see Tanzanite like reappear and then fall over dead from the attack, and then as I'm like moving in that direction until I do something about that, then I see the keeper goes down over here, and then like Veritar is somewhere, and I'm just gonna say, I don't like this fight. We need a leg up right now. Let's heal up a bit, and I'm gonna use like the standard wish of you allow up to 20 creatures that you can see to regain all hit points, and you end all effects on them described in the Greater Restoration spell. So we all
Awesome.
have, we'll
So
all have,
you
except
brought-
for Veritar, who's not visible to me. We will all
Yeah.
have full health and my nearest 20 allies, and no
Veritar's like
negative,
"Grr."
no negative status effects.
Okay. So everybody's at full health. Tanzanite, you're up and at full health.
Amazing.
Okay, well, I erase all these marks on y'all. You're no longer afraid. You're no longer afraid. You're no longer afraid. Okay. No problem. I'm assuming amongst the 20 allies beyond your group that's here present, you would have included those people who ran away in fear and are huddling behind you in the doorway.
Does Greater Restoration stop fear? I'm not sure.
You said it ended all effects.
No, I said any effects in the Greater Restoration, healed by the Greater Restoration spell. Sorry.
I don't remember, but I'll look it up in a second and I'll find out if these people are saved or not.
I'll get it. Hang on.
Charmed, petrified, one curse, any reduction to ability score, one effect reducing hit point maximum. So if you're not fear.
Okay, they're still scared. Cool. I like it when they're scared. Cool.
And after that,
Yeah, bring it.
Booma
Bonus
will
action,
attack
Boomer.
again with the
Bonus
radiant
Boomer.
bullets.
Booma looma loom, booma loom, booma looma loom.
Boomer's gonna miss though. Hang on. Where are you? 13, yeah, 20 doesn't hit, right?
Nope. Miss.
Poor
Clangs
miss.
off of one of the scales, leaving a little sooty streak as the radiance from the bullet smeared ineffectively. That was your action. Bonus action. Anything else you got? Okay. She's going to use her mythic actions because things are not doing what she needs them to do. But this time she's just mad that the thing in her mouth started wiggling around again. And so she hurls
Oh no.
the keeper
what
through
about me?
Avernus. And her mouth just twists, and then the keeper is gone.
Anyway.
She's taken some psychic damage, and we'll see if she gets to survive. Then Nee is going to come back out with their lightning happiness, and they're going to fire it through because you've taken away all the need to do any support work that Nee had been thinking about doing. And shunts, having seen the success of your radiant bullets, his lightning spell through a little spell, a matrix of such and such to turn it radiant upon hitting Tiamat. And
It's very Doctor Strange.
I don't know what else to think about what Nee does for a living. Nee is weird. Doing the most damage Nee has ever done in a battle just now.
There was that time that Nee just like killed a bunch of people remotely. That was fun.
Yeah, but their hit points weren't anywhere near that number of hit points that Nee just took out. Pretty cool. Also, poor Nee doesn't have his rituals anymore. Moved his theory of magic to something to do with creation because there's Protege. He just has so much success with the creation zones. Much better than this ritualistic junk. Deneth is going to... Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Deneth apparates out of your vision, and you watch as the shield fades away. His last whisper to you, I found him. Veritar,
Oh, nice.
Nice.
you replace where Deneth was. Popping into existence, no shield ahead of you, a small little wizened creature of a being having just shot some lightning to radiance magic across the space. Asher next to them.
Sorry, I had to wait for a.
Keeper now missing in all evidence. And what you hear is traitor! As the proprietress recast her flash spell and comes back up. I'll deal with you after. Yeah.
Might survive Tiamat, but I'm not. Glad to say, looking good.
Not
And the
looking
battle's
good
over.
with Grandma. Okay.
We're all cursed, so we're like, "Oh, Grandma. Oh well, I guess you do what you got to do."
Okay, so that takes us to Tiamat's turn, and she's gonna do real stuff this time. She's not happy. So I think, does she have any of that left? No. 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 Oh. No. Flick of the tail! On her own snout. Ooh, natural 20. So I'm guessing a 49 hits, Trixie.
Yes.
Okay, you're going to take 23 damage from the tail.
Is the damage doubled because it's a natural 20?
Yes. So
Okay,
I'm trying to
so
count
then I'm
46.
still no, because then I still take 23 because
'cause
I'm
you have
still
rage.
resistant. Yes.
Beautiful. And then
We're resistant to natural.
now that you're on her nose, she's going to try to claw you off. So that's going to be a 28 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. That is 21 points of damage.
Okay.
And she's going to try to grapple you. So I need a strength check from you.
Check. Okay.
It could be an athletics check. So if you want to do athletics as your strength, it just needs to be a strength-based escape.
Yeah, I guess I'll do athletics.
Oh, actually, it can be dexterity too. No. Brain kicking in, slow.
I rolled, so I'm not going to say what I have until you figure out what it is.
It needs to be a strength, something strength. So you decide
So
what strength-based thing.
Athletics is okay.
Yes.
Okay. And that's a 23.
Okay.
I rolled a 15. I have a +8 to athletics.
And that's versus hers. She got a 24, so you beat her, I think.
Son of a bitch!
She rolled a 14 and she has a +10.
Ah!
So
Okay.
you are not trapped in the place that can lead you to Avernus.
Wait, I'm confused. I am
nothing.
grappled, but I'm not.
You're not grappled. She failed. Because you said you had a 28 on your strength check? Would you? She rolled a 20. Oh, she had 24.
rolled a
Okay, so you
23.
are. Yay! That's exciting then. And she's
Yeah,
going,
but have you ever actually caught a gnat in midair and then opened your hand thinking it was dead and then it flies away? Yeah.
she's going to snake bite out to. I think she doesn't really like Veritar very much. And having him appear here is just going to make her.
Right now, I don't like Veritar very much. It's okay.
So she's going to snake bite out to you, and she can reach that with, she can do that with her movement. And so she is lumbering forward a bit first, and then she snake bites out to you. And that is 32 to hit,
Oh yeah, that hits.
23 points of piercing damage, plus 19 points of force damage.
Okay, so 37 altogether.
And that's the end of her turn, and it takes us to Tanzanite's turn. Veritar is on deck.
Okay. And I'm like right at her, right?
Yeah, you're
That was
10
where I
feet
was
from her.
pop.
You appear
Alright,
within 10 feet of the aspect.
I want to move 5 feet close to her, 5 feet, and
Okay.
I'm gonna smack her with Death's fatal mace.
Is this the first time that Death's Fatal Mace has been used since it got
Less than
its
2 minute
glam
warning.
up?
Yeah.
We're okay.
Go
We'll be
ahead
fine.
and roll.
We can go over.
No,
Ooh.
See the private chat. It's fine. We got it.
Oh.
Plus, these are big numbers. I can't count them. 35
35. Pow.
to hit.
That hits.
And then roll for damage first.
Yes. Roll for the damages.
13.
Okay.
Get 'em.
And now we roll that random death magic.
Is it a D20?
Yes, it is a D20. I kind of changed the table after you used spells so that it's cleaned up a little bit.
14.
14 death magic. Can you roll a D6, please? Wait. Roll a D10 and subtract 1.
D10 subtract 1. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. It's yeah. 3.
Okay, that's fine. Let's Do-do-do-do. This is such a stupid thing. Okay. Not unlike your shadows normally do. The shadows are called forth and flit around you. For the next minute, you are shielded, and any attack you make, which this one also just did, will deal an extra 1d8 damage, as long as whatever creature is within this
Ooh.
shroud, which is around 10 feet around you. The damage is radiant, necrotic, or cold, and you choose at this moment right now if it's going to be radiant, necrotic, or cold.
Let's go with necrotic.
Okay. And any creature of your choice that you can see within 10 feet of you, which is Tiamat really, and anybody else who gets within 10 feet of you, will have its speed reduced to 10 feet until the start of your next turn.
Amazing.
So Tiamat is kind of just stuck there now. But I would like you to roll that 1d8 of extra damage.
Oh yeah. This one. Yeah. 3.
Okay, cool. At the end of your turn, are you done? Is that it?
Uh,
Anything else?
I want to move 10 feet to beside Tiamat. Instead of right in front of it,
Oh,
to the
just
side.
like, so she's still within your sphere, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. You make your move. Anything else?
That's... What did I do?
You did an action of smacking her.
Yep, I did an action of smacking.
You
Oh,
did movement.
so... Action. Bonus action.
Your celestial has dissipated due to your trip through Avernus.
Nope, that's it.
Okay. At the end of your turn, she is going to use her mythic action to try to hurl Trixie through Avernus. So Trixie, can
Oh
you roll a charisma
God.
saving throw, please?
This is actually not as bad as I thought. I thought we were going to have a whole other session where we had to go fish cans in and out of Avernus before we were done. So,
Well, we still might have to do that for
unfortunately, I
Trixie.
can't banish her permanently unless the aspect dies.
22?
Oh, that does not save. You are hurled through the hells. You've heard me narrate what this is. What would it be like for Trixie to get hurled through the first layer of the 9 hells?
Like, what does it look like for her?
Yeah, like what? I mean, it's gonna do damage. It does 44 psychic damage.
Ugh.
What is this? What can claw at Trixie's mind in such a way to cause this to happen? Or do you want me to make it up?
It depends. Do you want this to be silly but honest, or like my first instinct, or something that would be considered, I guess, more along the lines of like an actual hell?
First
I think the first one is more fun. I mean, joyful.
I mean, okay, so it is everything is a pale shade of pink. And what material there is that is around is either lace or ruffle. And as far as the eye can see, there are just tables and tables and tables and banquet tables and tables of nut mash. I feel like for a first layer of hell, that's
on point. Trixie, It's a little bit worse than just the descriptor you gave because
Yep. No, go ahead.
it takes you and it puts you into a your-sized version of that hellscape, a twisted parody of a woodland paradise. Instead of lush green trees, there are gnarled and thorny branches dripping with sticky, nut-scented saps. The ground is a treacherous mix of nutshells and sharp twigs, littered with the discarded remains of half-eaten nuts. And in the center of this hellscape stands a towering, grotesque tree, its trunk covered in withering, maggot-like lace of the lightest pinks.
Ew.
Its branches droop under the weight of oversized nuts that are cracked and oozing a sickly pink nut mash. The air is thick with the scent of nuts and decay, a nauseating perfume that clings to the fur. The only sound is the incessant gnawing of unseen creatures, their sharp teeth rasping through the nut mash, a constant reminder of the ever-present hunger that plagues this place. Amidst this chaos, you, a lone squirrel, darts through this undergrowth. Your once vibrant fur, matted and dull. Your eyes, once bright and inquisitive, now filled with fear and desperation, as the demons of this place scream, "Oh, Trixie, we have a pretty dress for you." This cruel twist of fate has condemned you to this wretched existence, and it echoes forever ahead of you. You continue to search futilely for your true sustenance, a pitiful squeak, a desperate plea for help that echoes unanswered in the desolate landscape. The only response is the mocking laughter of the unseen creatures that lurk in the pink shadows. Your fate is sealed. You will wander this hellscape forever, your body slowly succumbing to the poisonous effects of pink lace and nut mash until you finally collapse, your life extinguished in a final agonizing gasp as they catch you and dress you and welcome you to the nut mash ball.
Wait, how much psychic damage was it again?
44.
44 points of psychic damage.
Yikes.
Do you think that's not enough damage? Should I double that for the true hellscape?
No, I'm just trying to figure out how much adjacent real life psychic damage I took from that.
Oh. You will appear at the beginning of the Tiamat's actual turn. That's how that works. So you will miss your next turn, unfortunately, unless somebody can figure out a way to rescue you.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks for playing.
Veritar, you're there up above. Deneth has ceded their place to you.
So unless I lost it and all that craziness, I should still have a free twin spell, correct?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I'm going to twin spell Disintegrate at the 8th level.
Ooh, at
That's,
the 8th level?
At the 8th level. That is a DC 19 deck save.
Okay, she has to make one of these. Okay, well, one of them, she's just going to ignore.
Stupid legendary, stupid face. Or I guess mythic stupid face now.
And she's going to have to use the last of her legendary resistances. That's all of them, right? 1, 2, 3. Let me double check my numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
trying,
then
I'm trying
I'm going
go
to
back.
spend 2 sorcery points to cast Disintegrate as a bonus action at the 7th level.
Yep.
Fucking sorcerer's
Get her!
I totally. I mean, this is what those things are for.
Bait and switch.
And she
Get her,
all she has
Andy.
left is a roll to protect herself because all of her you've stripped out. I mean, you sacrificed a lot of slots to make this happen.
You're just lucky.
I got a damager at one point somehow.
What's the save?
19 dex.
God damn you, Tiamat. Well, she's going to use that ability, but as the disintegrate spell leaves your fingers, can you describe it for me?
I reach out, and with all the anger and pain of everything, losing the 6, seeing the damage here, everything, I just scream out, "You're a bitch, mother, and you'll die for it!" And just... and the line just shoots out right for the center of her head.
Exterminate, exterminate.
Roll the damage.
Thankfully, I am no longer there.
You truly.
10, 15...
Isn't that 13d6
19.
plus 40?
Yeah, so I'm counting up the d6s now, and I'll still have to roll one more because I'm 1 d6 short. So 5, 10, 15, 19, 21, 25, 31, 32, 33, 35, 38, 40, so 80. Wait, I have one more d6 to roll. So 82.
82 points of damage.
Beautiful, Andy.
That
Beautiful.
hurts.
That's a little
Let-
cathartic right there. Just
That would be. I mean,
I
moment
may
issues
die,
aside, this
but-
is. That's a. Whew. Let me just.
Every man
check.
dies, but not every man really lives.
and that's about it. Like
So
I may
the
die, but
fun
this is my
thing
life
here
mission.
is, if she had hit 0, which she didn't, she had enough stuff. Her and everything she's wearing and carrying, which would have
Disintegrates
included
into
Trixie,
dust.
disintegrates except for the magic items and is reduced to a pile of fine gray dust. And only a true resurrection or a wish spell would have brought her back, which would have been a whole new campaign.
I just need to sleep and then I could wish her back.
So yeah, I would say like a huge portion of her skin as those rays spring from your pointing finger just rips apart and falls off and then dissipates into dust. That one huge chunk of her body gone, exposing the wounded core. That hurts.
Except Trixie wouldn't have been gone because Trixie's not here right now.
Well, yeah, I'm just having a moment here. Well,
Right. Yeah.
Trixie would have been gone because she would have been in
Trixie's
Avernus and
not
you would have
here
had to
right
go
now.
find her
Please
because
leave
she
a
wouldn't be
message.
coming back because a disintegrated body is a disintegrated body. But,
Gotcha.
ouch.
Leave a
What else are
message
you
on
up
the
to?
phone.
That was your action and your bonus action. You got any movement left?
I do, and I'm going to try and retreat back a little bit, look for some cover if I can, because I didn't move it off.
Roll a perception check to see if you can find cover. Because guess who's gonna be after you for a while?
I wonder, and no, that's not gonna go. That's a 5. Yeah, there's nothing here, guys. Huh?
She's pissed. So she is going to use her Furious Bite.
Ooh.
And try. She's coming right up to that wall. So Asher, ignoring you, her head dashes within the space of the tower or of the entryway up here. You just see scales rushing by and then blood and gore.
Do I get a
rushing
reaction
by.
because she's running by me?
She's not running by you. She's continuing to
over
pass through to get to Veritar.
Okay.
She is going to be in a bad situation in terms of where she's stuck her head down into a hole and everybody else is outside ready to pound on her. And you're going to have, honestly, unless she can pull her head out after this, she is going to be
Pull her head
vulnerable,
out of
so
her
she
ass.
better be able to do this successfully. Veritar does a 30 hit.
Yeah.
She makes one bite attack, and before I get to the next part of this fun little bite attack, that is 23 piercing damage and 19
Okay.
force damage.
Okay, give me a minute. 23 and 19. That's 33. Wait, 23 and 19.
Mm-hmm.
42 altogether. All right.
And then I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Okay. That would be 17.
You are frightened of her until the end of your next of.
I have defenses against
Wait.
being charmed and frightened.
Okay, what are they?
Do you have advantage or you
Scaled
immune?
Ornament Ascendant.
Yes. Okay, so you feel yourself weakening to her frightful presence, and honestly, who wouldn't be afraid of her if she chased after you like this? But
Oh, yeah.
then your that component of your work and makeup and build surges and protects you from this cloying fear that would be unreasonable given the fact that you've just been through some of the most crazy stuff ever.
You know what just happened? Veritar told his mom to get fucked, and then she chased him into his room.
She's going to use her. No, that was her legendary action. She's stuck there for now. Okay, she's in that space. That was a legendary action at the end of her turn. That's down below. The clash continues. Trixie's dad shouts out, "Fire!" 6 different holes all fire off at once. Solidly 4 of them had no chance of hitting whatsoever. But a dragon stretched out in front of you is a dragon stretched out in front of you. You go for it when you have the opportunity. 2 of the balls of magical terribleness do hit, pounding her from side to side, making the already abused body look that much worse. Oh, that was not a good roll. So, and making it a little bit worse. Was a good roll and then was a bad roll. So, whatever. Such is life. And that takes us right back up to the top of the order with Trixie.
Trixie.
You are
Who's in the
Avernus.
space?
How is it there? Did you send a postcard?
It's hot. It's real hot.
Asher, what are you up to?
Can I still? Okay, where did Veritar go? Did he like run down a stairway or something?
He
What
kind
was
of ran and he was trying to find a spot, but with his roll, I was going to say that he just kind of had to. He was just running. It was like
Yeah.
her
I
neck
had-
was stretched out. She got the
So-
bite in.
I can still see him.
Roll a perception check to see if you could see him or not.
See what I can see. You see.
17.
Yeah, you can make him out. Teeth and such being as they are.
Okay, how many feet away from me is he?
I'd say about 30 feet.
I'm gonna
If you really
say
went after him.
I'm gonna look over at him and see that she's like biting him and he's nearly dead. And I'm gonna
Not
say,
quite dead yet.
was T-Rex a king? Because it couldn't reach the crown, but he sure could bite. And I'm gonna polymorph Andy or Veritar into a T-Rex.
Ah!
In an echo back to some of the earliest activities amongst the Timeless Trio, a cocoon is lifted up, disperses into dust, flows through the air towards Veritar, and then there's a as Veritar is now the terrible Lizard King,
Terrible Lizard King.
stretching Tiamat's mouth open wide.
And then
Asher,
and the
bonus
telepathic
actions,
thing, I'm gonna
and
be like, "You're welcome."
Whether he understands it.
Under the effect of polymorph, Veritar's intelligence has gone down quite a bit, so we don't know.
Oh,
But
you mean the 2
gotta-
intelligence with the -4 bonus?
So whether or not T-Rex Veritar, Tervaratar, understood that or not, up to interpretation. There's a
Veritar.
voice in your head, Tervaratar. Awesome. Bonus action and movement, Asher?
Bonus action, I will shoot with Boomer's radiant bullet. Boomer's probably way too close now, so Boomer's gonna like zip back as far as he can.
Try to get an angle.
It can. Can Boomer get 80 feet away, or
Not really. There's
probably
not
just
enough
like
space
turn
inside
sideways
here.
and shoot at
Yeah.
a spot on the dragon that is 80 feet away? I'll say.
Try to get as close as possible. Yeah, why not?
That is
Chance of ricochet.
24. That hits, right?
24 will hit. I want you to roll a D100. They're fun, aren't they?
Did you roll a 100 or a 1?
Did you?
Again. It happened again.
You
I rolled a
100?
100.
That's awesome.
That's a weighted D100.
How is that possible?
I don't know. That's like twice out of like the last 3 times I've rolled this.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's
All
not
right.
only a D100, it is a crit D100.
Apparently.
So I was going for a general percentile thing to see what sort of funny things might happen with a ricocheting bullet in a small space. Okay. So this bullet leaves Boomer a streak of incandescent light against the backdrop of the dragon's multi-hued scales and ricochets off the beast's neck with a deafening clang. A second ricochet off of another section of the dragon's massive neck. Its scales shimmer like 1,000 tiny mirrors reflecting the bullet's brilliance as it's flying around. The dragon is roaring in pain and fury. The parts outside that you all can see, the tangled up, or actually the free wings, because they got free after the reincarnation bit, flailing about, the legs and arms and tail flailing in all directions. Everybody who is outside make a dexterity saving throw to avoid this ridiculousness. But the bullet, as quick as lightning, darts and dances around to the dragon's head, its radiance illuminating the creature's grotesque features. A T-Rex still encompassed in its mouth. Frustrated and enraged, Tiamat tries to unleash a torrent of fires, hoping to incinerate the bullet. But the bullet, impervious to the heat, continues its relentless ricocheting, leaving a trail of sparks in its wake. And finally, that bullet, as if guided by some unseen force, strikes the dragon's eye, Tiamat's eye, with a blinding flash of light. Tiamat lets out a shrieking, piercing, agony-convulsing bit of something, collapses with a thunderous boom. The bullet, its mission accomplished but still ricocheting, slows down, vanishes into thin air, leaving nothing behind but a trail of smoke and the lingering scent of ozone. Tiamat lays still, its eye a gaping wound, its body smoldering from the inside out from the radiant damage. Tiamat's reign of terror is over. Vanquished by a single radiant bullet, a tiny speck of light that has pierced the darkness and brought an end to Tiamat.
Oh, and now we have to get the army to help pry Andy out of Tiamat's mouth.
There's a lot we need to do.
I have absolutely loved this. I am not going to deal with the fact that Trixie is currently in the hells.
You're just gonna leave me here?
Because the creature that sent you there is not available for...
I thought she was back because it was the beginning of Tiamat's turn. Or
It
no?
wasn't the beginning of Tiamat's turn. was your turn.
Oh, I thought Tiamat's turn was before.
Nope. Trixie, you,
okay.
Tiamat.
Oh, I probably would not have attacked it had I realized that. Sorry.
It's
I guess Asher didn't know that
absolutely
though.
rock
So
I'm not going to deal with the fact that Veritar has pissed off a Elder Fae. That
I'm gonna
two
hold that
gods are
T-Rex form for a minute. Just
god aspirants are dead. No, none of that. I just want to take a moment and ask, what is your reaction, each of you, as you realize Tiamat is gone? Trixie, even you feel the tether that held you to Avernus dissipate, and you know that there's ways to get out now? Out of this nut mash pink lace hell. But can you just each share what your character is thinking and feeling at the end of Tiamat's life?
Since I'm currently a T-Rex, mostly because I want out of these teeth.
Legit. Tanzanite?
It's a mixture
Even if you took damage
of...
from the flailing of the body, it's nothing in comparison.
I rolled a 23, so I
Oh,
wouldn't have.
you dodged it all.
I rolled. Oh, by the way, I rolled a nat 20 on my dex save.
You
Right
both.
after I rolled
Oh
the
my
100.
god.
Yeah.
It's like nothing to both of you.
I'm assuming I'm taking something because I was in the mouth, but
I
That's
definitely... Trixie. Tanzanite's definitely feeling a mixture of just release and happiness that's over, but then there's also this rush of like confusion and fear, because I guess she was thinking something would happen now for her, but nothing feels different within her.
Nothing
it's
has
like-
changed within me.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, I'm so happy, but like, what do I do now? Because I thought I would like feel different. Like I've earned something and I don't know if I have. It's like being worthy of being a god.
Yeah. Asher.
It's tough to be a god.
First, I'm going to go down like on one knee, and then just like grab Boomer out of the air and just like hold it to my chest with a K. Good job, buddy. And then I'm gonna sling him, and then stand up, take inventory of my friends, and then realize that Trixie is not here, and then go into a panic.
As Asher panics, Tanzanite wonders about the results of this, and Veritar thinks, teeth all over me, teeth. What is this? Trixie, you are in Avernus in a nut mash hellscape of writhing pink lace. What are you thinking and feeling? You feel the release of Tiamat's rage, but you are still here.
Let's see if I can put this eloquently. As Tiamat's rage, let's go. As my rage, let's go. Because I didn't hit anything on my last turn. And we're out of combat. It's like this almost like a combination of exhaustion and despair that slowly brings Trixie to her knees, and she's just sitting there, and she has her shovel in her palms facing up, like laying across her knees as she's kind of like like she's sitting on her legs on her knees. And as those two emotions kind of war within her in a different type of rage, they just kind of come to a head, and then suddenly it's just peace in a way that she didn't expect, and almost like a silence.
Cool. Very cool. Peace with nutmash.
Well, I was going to say with a very, very heavy tinge of nausea, but I was trying to keep it poetic. So
Trixie had to go to hell to find some peace.
that's what I like was kind of going for, was like the weird contrast of being in this psychological hell, but experiencing like an actual type of mental and emotional peace
Awesome.
despite that.
All right.
I would like
with
to,
that,
before we go, I would like to release my polymorph so that Veritar doesn't have to be a T-Rex.
oh man,
It can maybe climb up between those big ass teeth.
covered in dragon gore.
Half dead. More than half dead.
If Trixie was there, she'd go, "Ha ha, it's you, not me."
Didn't
But
you start
not-
covered in egg gore? So you're still.
No,
No.
No,
I dodged every
Veritar did.
single
I
freaking
took all the
time.
gore. I've been gored.
Veritar became the gore shield.
I'm just crawling out and just.
Well, thank you all for joining us very much. I hope you have a lovely evenings. We will probably have a retrospective, also clean up the little various dangling threads session after the holidays. But thank you all for joining us very much. We really enjoyed having you. Bye.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Take care of each other.
Take
over the
care of each
holidays.
other.
Take care of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really do.
Oh, look at the kisses.
Sweetest girl.
Okay.
Very
Bye.
smelly. Okay.
Okay. Bye.